In this reflection, we are going to talk a little about Sankalpa, the mind, and the liberation. And Swamiji gives very beautiful example of a tea party to explain it. Have you ever noticed how a single thought can explode into thousands of thoughts? You think, let me host a tea party. Simple, right? But suddenly, tea, milk, sugar, cup, tablecloths, playlists, cake, conversations, expectations, all of that starts coming up to the surface. An entire circus. What began as one single thought turns into this full blown mental avalanche, almost like madness. And that is your mind at play, and more specifically, Sankalp at work. So, according to the great scripture Yoga Vashishta, this world is nothing but the thought projected, a projection of our thought. The expansion of mind towards objects is bondage, and the withdrawal of the thought is liberation. I don't know if you have experienced, but sometimes it feels like the brain will overheat with the thoughts that we have. Some are recurring and some are not. Sometimes the thoughts they just don't stop coming despite trying your best. And you feel like your head might just burst from the velocity of the thoughts that are coming. The only relief then comes from shutting everything down, or shutting all the screens off, lights off, no conversations, just darkness, stillness, and maybe long deep breaths. Because at that time, when the mind expands outward, it starts fragmenting, and when it fragments, it suffers. Now, here is very mystical and very beautiful example, which is not mentioned in the book, but I would like to share. It's about the Indra's net. Some of you might be aware of it already. Imagine a vast, infinite web spanning all of space. At every intersection, there's a jewel, and every single jewel reflects every other jewel infinitely. This keeps going. So, this is you, this is me, and this is the cosmos. Every single thought reflects another thought. Every being reflects another being. So the point is that when you indulge in one thought, you are activating the whole grid. And when you silence that one thought, you are unplugging from this grand illusion. This is why Swamiji said that nip the thoughts right in the bud. Not once it becomes a karma, or not once it multiplies, but right when it sprouts in your inner soil. Because one sankalp, one tiny intention can birth an entire universe, and one moment of awareness can dissolve it. The Yoga Vishishta, he mentions, gives a clear formula for this. Sankalp creates the world, and extinction of the sankalp leads to moksha. Simple, not easy, but very clear. So, next time a thought arises, even something as harmless as maybe I should host a tea party, pause and ask yourself, is this coming from stillness or from restlessness? Is this a pure desire or karmically entangled desire? Is this you acting or your vasanas playing dress up, cosplay? So it's very important for all of us to remember that we are the jewels in Indra's net. We reflect the entire cosmos, but we are not bound to reflect everything. We can go still, we can go inward, we can disappear into the self, and from there, we can act with truth. No matter what your goal is, the true goal of your soul should always be to still the mind, annihilate the I, and withdraw the sankalpa. Shine like the jewel that you are, but bright, silent, and also free, not reflecting anything that you are not meant to.